Hi Joe. Um, so I think you're right that when other things come into our daily and weekly routines, the video thing drops off, and I'm well proof of that. In the last 2 weeks I'm now owing you 2 videos, and Good got one to do on Saturday, so near as damn it I owe you 3 videos at the moment. And I've been sitting here with the camera for a good amount of time, not recording, but thinking, what the hell am I going to tell you about? And it's not that there's stuff. It's not that there's not stuff to tell you. It's just I don't know. So I'm going to just address one thing from the last video, because when I heard you speak it back to me, I thought, wait a minute, that sounded like I wasn't having to deal with that guy at work anymore. And while he has been fired, he doesn't know he's been fired yet. We have to work through a process of letting him go. So he is still in my life for the foreseeable future, and that's not over yet. And to get rid of him completely, I have to do a massive project to take over from him in the way he set us up with our website and stuff. So it's an ongoing, not a battle, but it's an ongoing process at the moment. And I am reverted to some child that gets upset every time I see his name in my inbox, which I see it a couple of times a day, and it's like I react like I've been, he gives me hives, I think, is the problem. But anyway, we'll work through that, and I'm kind of still working through that. It doesn't make for fun work, and I find it actually quite hard to concentrate at work because I don't know. Anyway. And so that was work. And then we've had problems at home with Amy and Tim's relationship, and I won't go into details here because it's YouTube and stuff like that, and we can talk about it when you come and visit. But it's been on my mind as well, and it hasn't been much fun. Well, and it's been zero fun for Amy, and zero fun for Tim, and zero fun for everybody who's over there having to deal with it. And I've never felt further away from home than I do. Yeah, see, that doesn't help either. So I thought, don't talk about work, and I can't talk about Amy and Tim without, getting all emotional. So I thought I'd tell you about my screen printing course. I stop leaking here. Last weekend and the weekend before, I did what they called it intensive, and it was pretty intensive screen printing workshop, 2 Sundays, from 10 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. And the first Sunday we revisited a lot of stuff that I already know about screen printing, having done it at school. When I did art at school, we touched on a lot of techniques, and we learnt a lot of different aspects of art, including screen printing. And excuse me, I love printing. I love all sorts of different. I would love to be a printer. Always have wanted to be when I left school, but it's another story. And I love printing. So the screen printing thing came up with me and some friends about 6 or 7 months ago, and I wanted to do it, but I thought I didn't know why I would want to utilise screen printing. And then when Megan's come along with her business idea, which is another thing that's been playing on my mind, because I've done virtually no work for poor old Megan since she asked me to, and I've got a few things on the stove that ideas and tasks on the stove that aren't getting done at the moment, and then that's another story again. But so when Megan came along and talked about her shoes, okay, sorry if this is a bit jumpy, but my camera just switched itself off. It seems to be my flip seems to not want to run the batteries as long as it used to, which is a shame. And I see, anyway, I've done about 4 minutes already, so maybe this is going to be a long video. So as I was saying, when Megan came along with the idea of the shoes and she wanted original designs, I thought that was a reason to learn screen printing. And I hope that I didn't lose too much of the story before I got to that part and this cut off, otherwise I'll do something. So the first week we learned stencil screen printing, and putting